Welcome to Metal Monday. Oh, it is Kenyon, your host. That was within Temptations' new song called Entertain You. And this past week has been crazy. And it sounds like it's been crazy to everybody.
Like a bad week altogether.
Well, my crazy, it wasn't that bad. It was just a lot of minor stuff, you might as well say, like, happened. I'll tell you one of the things before we get into some songs.
Yeah.
So, I want to say Monday. My heat, what was happening? My heat wasn't warming up.
Uh-huh.
So it would run all day. I'm like, I gotta turn this off. And it was freezing Monday. It was like in the 50s. So it was cold in my apartment.
Yeah, it was cold altogether.
Yeah, so I called, you know what, let's take it back further. So I want to say back in the summertime that the electric company came and they put smart meters in everybody's apartment.
Yeah.
So the electric company sent a letter saying if you get a smart thermostat, you'll get $75 off. I was like, oh, that's cool. I always want one. It's not that hard to put in. I can do that myself. So I called, my landlord, just ask, because it's not my place. I'm renting. So she was like, no, I don't think that's going to go with your furnace. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. I was like, all right, well, I got this in the mail, and they said I can, so all right, whatever. That was the end of that. That was back in the summertime. Fast forward today, or Monday, thermostat is not working, so she had the furnace people came out. The thermostat blew one of the chips on the circuit board in the thermostat. So they said they came about 3. By the time he figured it out, it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So he was like, yeah, we're not going to be able to get another thermostat probably till Thursday. And I was like, damn, so I'm going to have to go out heat until Thursday. I know it's going to warm up, but we still got another cold day coming.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the cold.
I don't think anybody does.
Right. Thank goodness I had electric blankets and little heater, so I wasn't freezing. I was cool. But still, I didn't tell them that. So I said, fuck it. I'm just going to take it upon myself and buy my own thermostat. Especially, I'm going to buy the smart one. So I went and bought the smart one. Hooked it up. Oh, by the way, I got the Nest thermostat. Their Nest is kind of fucked up because I have a heat pump with my thermostat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with my furnace.
Yeah.
And they have, like, the easy setup how you could just, it'll tell you step by step how to do it through the app. So I go on the app and I put in, I have a heat pump. Next up, it says, you got to go get a professional. Why?
So, nope, you ain't doing it now.
Why? Like, I just fucking put the wires where it needs to be. Is that all I need to fucking do, right? Why is they making it so freaking hard? So I was pissed. And the website said $100 to come get a professional to come to your house to hook it up. Well, fuck, I already fucking did all the hard work. I already drilled a hole in the wall, put all the wires in, got to the app, turned it on and everything. Everything's working. And now you're telling me I can't program it because I don't have a professional?
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So I turned it on a certain way, and I was getting heat. So I just like, all right, I'm just going to leave it on. So I was texting my one friend, and he's in the Army right now. So he's an electrician, and he was like, oh, you probably did it wrong, and blah, blah. I was sending him pictures of, like, the wiring. I was like, I'm pretty sure I got this shit right. And he was like, no, my W was supposed to be in the W1. And I was like, no, it's supposed to be W2 because I have auxiliary. I see now my thermostat. That's for the heat pump and all that. And he was like, no, it's not that. You're going to blow shit up and you're going to die. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to turn the furnace off and figure this shit out tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure I got this shit plugged in right. So anyway, I woke up the next day and I was like, all right, I got to figure something out. Like, I can't just not go out again. I'm fucking freezing.
What side are you on?
So, what happened? It took me forever to find a Google Nest customer service. It took me forever to find it. I couldn't find it for shit. And I finally found it, and I did the, you ever seen the websites that have the chat option?
Yeah, where you can talk to a professional or
I
whatever.
did the chat option. I was like, well, tried to call yesterday. They had me on hold for an hour. I'm not about to do that shit again. So I did the chat thing. She popped up within 5 seconds, and I basically told her what it was, and she was like, oh, okay, that's no problem. She just told me where I need to put my wires, which was correct. By the way, everybody, it was correct. I did it by myself. It was correct. And then she just walked me through the settings, and we didn't even use the app. She bypassed the app completely, so we just did it from the thermostat. And then the app was the last thing I put in. That's a shame that I had to bypass all of that because the app was kept telling me go to a professional. And I told her, I was like, I'm not going to the professional. I got the fucking hooked up. I just need to know where my shit is right and my sentence is right. That's all I fucking need. But that lady was amazing. Good job to her. I don't know her name.
Oh.
If you guys ever need help from Google Nest or anything, do the chat. Do not call. Do the chat. You'll be online forever if you call.
Yeah.
So, I got all that working, but I still have issue. I didn't tell my landlord that I put the shit in my apartment. I just took it upon myself and did it myself. Alright, so my landlord, she comes in the leasing office Monday and Thursdays. This was now officially Tuesday. I finally got done with work about like 3, 4. So I was like, I'm happy. Let me walk to the mailbox and get my mail. And I saw her car in the parking lot. And I was like, No, let's pause that. So this was Tuesday. So Tuesday I had my heat all set up. Then tell my landlord. Then we go to Wednesday. Wednesday was a nice day outside. The furnace people came and said, we got your thermostat. I was like, oh, cool. So they came, and I was going to tell them they were explaining everything, and I did. So he came in, and I told him, I was like, yeah, you got this plugged in, it's working. He was like, oh, that's awesome. Them things is amazing, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, cool. I was like, you can just leave that thermostat here, so if I ever move, I'll I'll do it myself and put it in.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I can't do that. Like, once I plug this in, I have to, like, send something that it's been installed, so I can't do that. But you can call me when you move out, and I can do it. And I was like, so I gotta go tell my landlord about this.
Yeah.
So hopefully she's okay with it since she freaked out about the 6 months ago. So
Oh shit.
I told him, I was like, you checked it. I made sure he checked it. I was like, make sure everything's right, it's running. He's like, yeah, it looks right. I was like, all right, so you're gonna call the landlord too and tell her that I put my own shit in and it's working fine, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, no, you need to tell her I have my own shit in and it's plugged in correctly. Please say
bullshit.
that.
Right.
He's like, okay, no problem. And that's when I went to the mailbox after he left, and then I saw her car. Then I went into the leasing office, and I saw her. So I got cool. I told her, I was like, hey, did you talk to the furnace people? No, they haven't called me. Okay. So I explained everything to her, and she was totally fine with it. I was shocked. And I was like, all right, can I write this down in my file that I have my own thermostat, so when I move, I'm taking my thermostat. I literally play close to $300 for this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit going with
so
me.
I just want this on file that you don't say nothing. And I told her, I was like, they'll come install it when I leave. Which I don't plan on moving out no time soon. I love my place, by the way. But that was all squared away, and that was just amazing. I weight lifted off, but of course, more shit happened this week. But we're going to save that after a few songs, so
all right.
Let's get into it.
I'm down.
side of the road, lost and alone to get it back. Much farther to go, so far from home to get it back. Frozen in time, turn on a dime to get it back. Trying to reach you before winter comes. Always a place for you in my heart. You're not alone. Oh, you are. Get anything to talk to you. The prodigal son, only one to give it back. Mother and child, they're lost for a while. They want you back. Stare at the sun, won't hurt anyone to get it back. Trying to reach you before winter comes. Always a place for you in my heart. You're not alone. Oh, you are. I'd give anything to talk to you. Since you went away, hard to find my place. Since you went away, hard to find my place. Since you went away, since you went away, since you went
And we are back. That was Pearl Jam's new song, Get It Back. Yeah, that kind of sounded different. It
Yeah.
doesn't sound like a typical Pearl Jam song, but okay,
Yeah,
that's
they-
what it is.
They toned it down a
Yeah,
bit, I guess.
I hope you guys like it.
Yeah.
Alright, so another thing that happened was my car. I have two cars. When I bought my second car, my mom wanted to have my other car sit at her house. So I bought my other car exactly a year ago. It's been a full year since I got my new car. So, so we take it over there. Car's running fine. My car is like perfect. Everything's on top of everything. Like, it doesn't need anything. It can sit. So I think I mentioned to my mom that, maybe I want to sell my car. I don't think I want two cars. I gotta pay car insurance on both cars. I gotta do maintenance on both cars. Like, if my car breaks down, I'm just gonna get the shit fixed. Like, I'm not gonna really need this car. I don't think.
It's always nice to have the second option.
Yeah,
though.
and that's what everybody's telling me. Like, yeah, you should do that. You should keep the car. Your car is perfect, man. Like, I would get rid of this car. You crazy. You want to keep this car. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll keep it. And then my mom's like, bring it at my house. Have it sit here. I'll keep it. Because, you know, I told her I wanted to sell it, and she was all against it. No. Come bring it here. I was like, all right, well, I just have it sit at the parking lot. Like, I live in an apartment. It's not going to go anywhere. Like, I live in a good neighborhood. Nobody's going to touch it.
Mm-mm.
No, come bring it at my house. All right, whatever. I think I dropped it off the first time over her house. I think. I can't remember. So, fast forward to December. My friend's car had broke down, and I told them, like, hey, y'all, you can borrow my car, my spare car, for a couple weeks until you get your new car. She was like, all right, we just got to go over to my mom's house and go get it. So we go over to my mom's house, and the car is dead. So I told my mom, like, all right, have you been starting the car? Like, why is it dead? Like, there's been so many times I've been unemployed and that motherfucking car just sat there and never fucking died.
Yeah.
So I don't understand, like, the first time, I don't understand why I died. Like, okay, whatever. I didn't think nothing of it, so I just told her, all right, can you give me a jump so I can start this car? She was tripping out. You're about to let your friend borrow the car? I was like, look, it's my car. They only need it for 2 weeks. I trust them.
Yeah.
They'll do anything for me. Like, this person, I trust them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I let my friend borrow the car. Of course, I didn't hear the end from it from my mom until I got the car back. And the car came back cool. Like, nothing wrong with it. Like, my friend was done with the car, and she brought the car back, and it sat at my place for a couple weeks. Fine. It started up, no problem. Everything was fine. So, I'm at work. I work in another state, so I'm an hour away. My mom gives me a text. Oh, I'm coming by your house, coming to get the car. Why? Why are you coming? It's fine. It's sitting. It's fine. There's nothing wrong. It can sit here. No, I just want it at my place. Why? I don't understand.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to fucking argue with my mom. I love my mom, but I didn't want to argue with her, so I just said, fine, just take it. And plus, I couldn't do anything. I was an hour away, so she was going to take it any goddamn way. So she took the car, and I want to say it was about a week later. And she was like, oh, your battery's dead. I think you have a bad battery. Your battery's dead. I was like, that's weird. My friend drove the car for 2 weeks. It sat at my place for 2 weeks. And it goes to your house for 1 week and it's dead? I'm not getting this. What's going on? So we go back and forth months later. So we hit like the summertime, around June. And she was like, all right, well, your car is still dead. I keep charging it. It's just not holding the charge at all now at this point. I was like, all right. The battery is old at this point. It's about 2 years old at this point. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So she was like, I'm going to buy a new battery for it. Okay. So she buys a new battery and put that new battery in. And I want to say 2 days later, it was dead as a doorknob and they wouldn't charge or nothing. So she was like, okay, I'm going to take it back to the store. I think they just gave me a bad battery. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So she get the new battery, they put it in, everything was fine. I want to say a week later, this third battery is dead. It's dead. So she charged it, and then it lasts for a couple of days, and then it dies again. So we fast forwarded to now, and I'm just like, you know what, I think I just need to come do some maintenance on it, because it's been sitting at my mom's house for a year now, almost a year. So I probably need an oil change, probably need some other minor stuff fixed. So I'm just going to go over there and pick up the car. So I have an appointment to go get my oil changed on Friday. So I decide Thursday, let me go over there, charge the car up, because I'm doing this all when I'm supposed to be working. I took some time from working
to do all
this stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, the next day I'm just going to come to get the car and be gone with it. So let me start the car so it could be running by tomorrow. I don't have to have this issue. So that was about 4 o'clock p.m. We charged the car. It was running. Everything was fine. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Did you know that fucking car was dead at 11 a.m.?
Damn. You got something really killing the power in that motherfucker.
It was dead. So we had to charge it. We left and took it to the mechanic, got it, the oil changed. And I mentioned it to the mechanic. I was like, hey, can you check on the battery? Like, for some reason, it just keep dying. I don't know why. It just keep dying. So he was like, yeah, I'll check. And then we left. He's getting more customers. And then we came back. He finished. I'm like, oh, did you check the battery? And he's like, oh, I totally forgot. I was like, damn, the car probably ain't going to even start right now. Like, I'm scared. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. No, he started right up. Fine. He was like, all you need is some rotors, and we can do that next weekend. I was like, cool. So I took the car, and I told my mom, I was like, all right, I'm going to go get my rotors done. Instead of me taking the car to your house, we'll just take it to my house, because I don't want to come to your house to come pick up the car and do all this crap again. I could just get in the car and just freaking leave and go get it fixed. Yeah. Oh, what if it's not going to start? Well, I buy some fucking jumpers. Like, I got another car there. Yeah. Like, it's not that fucking hard.
I got
like,
options.
Yeah. And then she was trying to fight me on that. Like, she was thinking about it. She was about to say something. She opened her mouth, about to say something. And she was like, okay. So we leave. And I told her to follow me to my house. And then I ride with her to her house to get my car. My new car. Mm-mm. This chick trying to start driving home. I'm like, hold up. Like, did you not hear me? Like, we're going to take the car to my house and drop it off. And then she was like, "Why? Oh, I thought we was going to my house." And I was like, "No. Why do that? That's stupid. Let's not do that. Let's do it this way."
Yeah.
Right. Let's do it this way. So she just said, fine, okay, I just got to turn around. It's like, all right, cool. We'll turn around, went to my house, and in the car, I was like, I bet you that car is going to start tomorrow, the next day, as long as it sits there. Honestly, I don't think my car like you. I don't. So she was like, she's like, well, if it starts tomorrow, I guess I won't say nothing about it. I mean, this is like the third time it's been in my house and it died, so I guess I can't say shit about it. So I guess you can't either.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm still freaking out. I'm thinking this is the third battery. Like, my car about to die. So I'm like driving it now and going here and there and getting this check. I got the battery check, the alternator check, everything come out perfect, and I don't know what to say, so I just said, fuck it, I'll just try it tomorrow and see if it runs, and guess what? It runs.
Because I'm here.
Yeah, and it's like the fourth day, it's still running. I think I'm even going to take a day off and not start it. And I bet you it's going to start right up on that second day.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, so I think my mommy finally shut up about that, about having a car at her house. But it's still a mystery. Why does it die at her place?
Just don't like it, I guess.
Yeah. If you guys can figure out, comment us. I would like to know your theories on this.
Yeah.
Besides, my car had feelings, and it just don't like being over there. My car is like, I want to go home. Mom, I want to go home. Why are you leaving me here?
Like,
You got a new person? That's what it is?
right.
You got somebody there? You just gonna forget about me? I'm gonna show you.
Yeah. Forget this when I'm gonna start.
At all.
Yeah.
Not listening.
Now
I'm
you
not
gotta do
gonna
it.
listen to her now. Not starting for her now.
Now you
Can't
got,
make me.
now you gotta do a bunch of shit to get me to do anything.
Oh man, that's so crazy. Yeah. You know, so I've been calling my mom every day, and I'd be like, "Hey, guess what?" She's like, "What?" The car started. She's like, "Okay, I get it. I get the point." So that's done and over with. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
God.
so I was looking online. I saw that I want to say her name is Morgan from Kitty was doing an interview. And I was like, oh yeah, I used to like that band. I forgot about them. And I guess they was talking about if they get a good deal that they will get the band together and start over. But I guess since they ain't getting no deals, Kitty is officially over. So,
That's
and then
shitty.
she also mentioned that, you know, they have another band. I think her and her sister, or at least Morgan, she has another band. And I didn't know that. It's called, what is it called? A Swan's Lake? Let me see.
No, the
A
White Swan.
A
Yeah.
White Swan.
Yeah.
So, I haven't heard it. So,
Me either.
I put it on my playlist, so let's check it out. It's called In Love in Ritual.
it.
Shine interested one would cherish in their heart At the gates of hell I stand alone, waiting for the call. Now the time has come to pay the price all the things I've done. I can see but there's nobody there. I can hear but there's so much I fear. In the dark, I can feel but my senses are gone. I can tell but the damage is done. In the dark, return your soul. It's the end of the line. Return your soul. It's the end of time. Can't believe what I saw in the night. Can't believe I was right. The face of the demon with eyes turning black. Nosferatu. Can't believe what I saw in the night. Can't believe I was right. Candles would burn, the ritual was on. Nosferatu. I can run, but I cannot escape. I can hide, but I'm bent out of shape. In the dark, I can lie, but the truth isn't there. I can die, but there's no one to care. In the dark, return your soul. It's the end of the line. Return
everything I know. Realize that I'm nothing I wanted to be. I can never change anything I've done because it's the only thing I have left. Blame myself again for what I didn't do. Never even knew it was coming from me. It changed the way I felt. The worst is yet to come because I have gone too far now. Nobody changed my mind, and it leads me to a new disease. Somebody let it die, but it still becomes a new disease. Is this all worth what this has done to me? Water down my senses and turn them on me. Fuck morality and everything I know. If I didn't hate it, then I couldn't show. Impersonate myself for what I used to be. Denial is all that's left now. Nobody changed my mind, and it leads me to a new disease. Somebody let it die, but it still becomes a new disease. Nobody changed my mind, and it leads me to a new disease. Somebody let it die, but it still becomes a new disease. Breathing in my head, I'm suffering instead. I can't remember why this meant so much to me. Did I ever want this? It's all gonna be. It's all gonna be now. Did I ever want this? It's all gonna be. It's all gonna be. Breathing in my head, I'm suffering instead. I can't remember why this meant so much to me. Nobody changed my mind, and it leads me to a new disease. Somebody let it die, but it still becomes a new disease. Nobody changed my mind, and it leads me to a new disease. Somebody let it die, but it still becomes a new disease. But it still becomes a new disease. But it still becomes a new disease.
Go ahead.
And we are back. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm slow here. I don't remember what just played. Was it Children of...
Children of Bodom.
Right. And I hope you guys enjoy the show and hear about my problems and stuff this past week. But everything is good now. So I will see you guys next week or maybe Friday for Halloween. So check that out.
Hell yeah.
And before we leave, we're going to play the last song by The Darkest Hour.
Ooh.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Bye.